director of the whole beach party. Welcome, Seth Gordon. And as we have two producers here today, this is Bo Flynn.
Oh, that one.
Hey guys, so really quickly, I just want, before we begin the press conference, I just want to take a moment, thank you so much, to introduce somebody who is very special to us. He is the reason why we are all here, and before we started shooting this movie, I said, brother, tell me what you want us to accomplish. He said, I just want the movie to be exactly what the television show was, which was a lot of heart, great action, and a lot of fun. So ladies and gentlemen, the man himself, Mr. David Hasselhoff.
Thank you.
So this makes the table complete now. So welcome everybody, and a first word to our Malibu friends. Just that you guys don't worry, what you have here today is quite a very normal summer day on the German beach. So there's nothing weird about that. I'd like to open with a question to the producers, to Bo and Hiram. Baywatch has been a huge blockbuster throughout the 90s as a TV show with way more than 200 episodes. Why now this remake, and why as a movie and not as a series again? Hiram.
Who's asking that? Is this on?
Yes, sir. Go.
Can you hear him? Yes, Bo, use mine. Who's asking the question, by the way? Where are you? I can't see you.
Right at the end of the table. Over here.
Oh, hi.
That was me. That was me.
Thank you. All right.
Good to see you.
I love your voice. Yes.
Thank you. I'd love to see you better, but I guess we're gonna make this
you
anyway.
want to see this cast, trust me. I try and stay as far away as I can from this beautiful cast. But no, this was really meant to be. For us, it was the scale that we wanted to expand from the series. We wanted to make a giant experience for the fans, and we wanted to turn the show, which is something that we love and revere so much, and turn it into just a big screen experience, and really scale up the action, which is something that I think Seth and the cast did so brilliantly, and really just kind of create an opportunity for the audience to escape into the Baywatch lore. So that was the whole concept behind making it a movie.
So let's don't waste any more time. Questions from the floor, please. Who's got one? The lady over there in the black shirt, first row. Try again.
No. There we go. Right swipe, 40 times.
I think the weather somehow creeped into the technique today. Do we have another microphone?
Another mic, guys.
So that everybody can hear you?
Why are you hiding?
3 microphones. Now.
There's volume.
I'm sorry.
It's
We can repeat that.
Seriously.
So,
He's
what
the
does it
director.
mean to you coming back to Berlin? Mr. Hasselhoff, your fans downstairs.
What it means for me to come back to Berlin is my whole music career started here in 25 years ago, and with a song called "Looking for Freedom," and my heart belongs to Berlin because you guys supported me and you're still supporting me, and it's one of the reasons I'm here for Baywatch is to support Baywatch because the cast is sensational, the director is terrific, and you know, when I first heard about Baywatch, I found out that it wasn't going to be like our Baywatch. You can't recreate an 80s TV show. And they said, we're going to do it our way. And their way is really good. It's really funny, and it's a terrific movie, and I'm here to support it. Alles klar?
She says it's wonderfully nasty.
okay. Who's got the next question? Let's try another microphone. Over there, yeah, second row.
Is it working? I don't
stand up?
Yeah, that one works.
Yeah, good.
Hey, good.
Hi, I'm Melly, I'm from the Filmseite and I'm from Berlin. And my question goes to Zach and The Rock. In the movie, you know, I'm totally nervous to ask you this question, but my balls said that I have to. And my question to you is like, do you guys really count on your balls in serious situations?
I count on Zach's balls for almost every.
I really want to know.
Go ahead, finish everything. You guys are...
Can I have my microphone?
Hello. Is it working? Can you hear me?
I
I rely on my balls for pretty much
There we go.
most of my choices. And then I follow his a lot too.
So yeah, you tell your boss that yes, we do. We follow our balls. But you know, look, you know, in the movie, that was one of the things that, you know, when you have a rated R platform that we had, and with no restrictions and no handcuffs, you know, you want to have fun and you want to try and figure out ways that audiences are going to laugh a lot. And I think the idea of Zach and I in a boat together, only us, talking about, you know, we're trying to infiltrate the bad guy's lair, and then we're trying to, and then talking about our balls. So, you know, it wound up being a big laughing moment in the script. So.
And it was cool that yours were badass, just awesome.
Mine sound like Nick. Yeah, do they really sound like that?
No, I'm pretty sure that that's a voice.
Are you asking him for a date?
But the boy is the one who has to ask for the date. So.
Yeah, tell your boss. Is he a dude?
Yes.
Tell him great question.
Good job, good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Next
You're really
question,
sweet.
please.
I think that was the first question you ever asked in a press conference, wasn't it?
No.
The back row, the gentleman with the black jacket.
Hi, hello
Oh,
guys.
God.
You remember me?
Oh, my God. This is trouble. We worked out together.
Yeah, we worked out together.
Well, I worked out. You
Okay.
did trouble. Yeah.
One of my best interviews. Thank you so much for that last year. My question is about muscles. What a surprise, because in the movie I see you both topless, and I'm so jealous, believe me. As a man, I'm so jealous on your muscles, because you look like on the poster. But Zach, be honest. Is this all your real muscles, or is this just a little bit of CGI, because it's not a 6-pack, it's a 12-pack. It's an 18-pack in the movie. So how much is real, and how much is maybe a little bit trick CGI, or maybe you teach him something, work out with him?
Dwayne, you want to take that one?
Well, I can tell you that the entire cast worked extremely hard for this movie, even though it was a big action comedy, right, rated R platform, big summer movie, everybody wanted to have fun. But I mean, really, everybody came in just ridiculous shape. So I was really just one of the lucky ones around, you know, who got a chance to, you know, be next to these ladies who looked amazing. And then Zach, who came in, and like Zach's shape in this movie, like I felt when I first saw him, and the whole cast, by the way, he came out of the tent, and we were all like, holy shit, like he looked amazing. And I think that, you know, throughout the years in Hollywood, there's a lot of actors who prepare extremely hard for roles, and they come in great shape. Stallone, right, Rambo, and you know, guys along the way every decade. Like Zach really raised the bar just in terms of how an actor can come in, a guy in just crazy shape. I was all CGI.
Coming from you, that's a huge compliment. But yeah, I had like huge motivation. You know, there's no way. He's got probably the best physique in the world right now. So I just followed your lead, and I was really motivated to get into shape for this movie. And I wanted to represent an Olympic athlete and swimmers the right way, and look like Bruce Lee. So I hope that worked out.
You two guys, there is this special scene where you carry around these mobile toilets on the beach, and that things look really heavy. I was wondering what was actually in these cabins.
Those are refrigerators.
Yeah, but they looked a lot like these mobile beach toilet refrigerators. You know what I mean? But what did you put in there? I mean, they look really heavy.
I don't know. Mine was hollowed out, so it was still really heavy.
A real refrigerator.
Dwayne's was full of his food. That was his lunch. That was just his lunch, bringing it to his trailer.
Yeah.
Full of brownies, I guess.
Yep.
I see. A question to the girls. I mean, the gender stereotypes have changed a lot since the original TV series. You are now like the guys in the movie who kick the asses of the boys who were completely messed up without you. Is that another little step to gender equality in Hollywood? How do you see that? More female strong lead roles than only like being the eye candy?
This is good. Every girl should answer this right now. This is going to be a good
I
one.
think that was one of the reasons I was drawn to the script, is that the female characters were written so well, and they were such strong, independent women. And I think, you know, we wanted to make the film for a modern audience, and this is the year of the woman. And I think our characters represent strong professional women who are good at their jobs, but also, you know, don't take themselves too seriously. And they're just. I was very proud to be a female in this cast.
I also think it was kind of genius for Seth to have manifested the way that it did. The girls wasn't really compared much any skin at all, and rather the guys being the ones who were looked after for the fine physiques. Yes.
And I'll just say, you know, I moved to Hollywood about 8 years ago, and the roles that I audition for now and the kinds of roles for women in Hollywood have changed so much since I moved 8 years ago. So I think we've come very far. And I think that this movie, you know, it's a comedy, and we're all supposed to be tough and strong, and it wouldn't have made any sense to make the women stereotypes of some sort of, you know, dumb bimbo or anything. Like, we had to make the women strong to make the roles work, and I think that's one of the reasons why this movie works so well.
You know, one of the things we wanted to do too as well was kind of take the traditional model of a movie like this, and instead of having the bad guy be a guy, we actually wanted it to be a girl. Originally it was written for a guy, but then we thought, well, there's one woman on this planet who can really play sexy and malevolent and gorgeous and like, oh, she's sitting right beside me. Yeah, so
It's okay if you continue. I mean, I don't mind. I'll continue listening to you. But it's true. You know, it's I don't know if you guys recognize. I'm loud enough, right? It was amazing to be a part of the film, and especially to see a character that was written typically for a man, you know, flipped on its head for a woman. And I think that's kudos to our producers, which is including Dwayne, Seth, Bo, for thinking like that. I think it's really high time that we see female characters be represented the way they have been in this film. And that's what cinema today should stand for, is like strong female characters. And how many people can actually say they took on The Rock and are alive to tell the story?
Yeah. I did it very well, yes.
Okay, next question, the lifeguards in the back over there.
Hello, welcome to Berlin, and you can just say hi to our 360-degree live Facebook cam. We're live on the internet right now.
Hey, Facebook Live. What's up, buddies?
And I will never ever quit your speech, so come on.
No, that's all I got.
Okay. I want to talk about haircuts, but not about female haircuts, about male haircuts, because you became sexiest man alive last year. That was very motivating for me, because I'm 30 years old and I have the same haircut as you got.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it's like looking in the mirror right now.
Yeah.
Twins.
We are.
Believe it. Wow.
It's great that you're going to say this, and because I see it in the same way. So, what kind of motivation speech you have for guys in the age like me, 30 years old, 35 years old, who are losing their hair but still can get or become sexiest man alive?
I would say that you just have to embrace who you are, right? And that's the most powerful thing you could be, without sounding too ridiculously philosophical, but it's like, you know, we always search for that, like really just the most powerful thing you could be is yourself. And, you know, over the years, I've learned to get really comfortable with who I am, and watch this transition. It's going to be very good. Someone who's extremely comfortable with who they are, because it required that to be for the role, is John Bass, who came in extremely comfortable with who he is, especially in this crazy...
Thanks, Dwayne.
Yeah, you're welcome,
That was
John.
one of the more seamless transitions I've ever witnessed. That was way to bring it back to the
From you to me to now John Bass, who is very comfortable in his own skin, obviously, and you know, with this cast. So, yeah, what do you think about that, John?
I think you said it, man. Dwayne is the the captain of our team, and also was the captain on the film set. And there were a couple days, where I had to be shirtless next to Dwayne and Zach, who are two of the sexiest men alive. I mean, Dwayne is literally the sexiest man alive. No one would say that Zach is a far second. And there were days where I'd have to take off my shirt, and I'd look over at Dwayne, and he would just look at me, and in all sincerity, he'd go, "You look great. Own it, brother." And there's nothing makes you more psyched than hearing that. So thank you, Dwayne, and I'm glad I can bring a little bit more comfortability to people who don't look like those guys to the beach.
John, you must have had two aha moments. First, when you read the script and read that you're going to be naked in the movie. And second aha moment, when you understood that you're going to be the only person naked in the whole movie.
Yeah, that was fun.
Anything more about that?
I think I looked great. I'm glad I got to be naked in this movie.
I saw it firsthand. He looks amazing.
That's what we wanted to hear. Next question, the lady in the front row with the grey dress.
Hello, it's Franziska from Hamburg. Question to anyone who would like to answer, probably not Mr. Hasselhoff. I was wondering when you will hear why, because I was wondering, did you watch this TV series back then in the 80s, and whom did you identify with most, or did you ever dream about being a part of the Baywatch team?
Well, let me just jump in quickly. I watched Baywatch in high school. I was a big fan of the show, right? I think me and my buddies were a big fan of the show. We followed the storylines closely, and what I mean by that, I mean the girls running around in slow motion, which was always great. But look, David is such a stud, and he's like a real OG. And at that time, if one of the biggest, if not the biggest star in the world, he's coming off of Knight Rider. I think Knight Rider was first. Knight Rider was first, and then to Baywatch. So, and then I had the opportunity to meet David about 10 years ago in Hawaii, and I was shocked at how tall he was, how big he was, and how cool he was. So I was a big fan then of Baywatch, and bigger fan now.
And I used to watch the show when I was far too young to be watching it. It came out when I was 4 or 5, and that didn't really stop me. I had quite good taste for a 4-year-old. And to be part of this project is surreal, just because it sort of represents what people think when they think of Southern California and sort of the American dream and people living and having fun in the sun, and that's what we sort of hope to capture in our version of the film. We wanted to bring back all the elements of the original TV show, but put a new spin on it and a new tone, which is much more comedic and it's sassy and tongue-in-cheek, but fans of the original show will certainly see what they loved about it in ours.
Yeah, and I want to say this really quickly, that I thought it was one of the main reason why I wanted to sign on to do Baywatch. The movie has been with Bo Flynn, our producer, for 10 years. It came to me 5 years ago, and really was the opportunity to create a movie based off of not only a TV show, not only a successful TV show, but the most successful TV show of all time. I mean, it's just an unbelievable opportunity. And the fact that it was canceled after its first season in the States, went on in syndication within, I think, a year, and then all of a sudden became the biggest show all around the world, was, again, I give
it's
so
all
much...
because of Germany, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, we had, we came to Germany and we said, we have a new show. And he said, do you have Knight Rider? And I said, no more Knight Rider. And they said, does it have a car? And I said, no, it doesn't have a car. Are you in it? And I said, yes, but it's the same, feeling of Knight Rider. It's about saving lives. And they said, but no car. And I said, no car. They said, okay, we buy it anyway. And honest to God, you guys gave us $425,000 per episode, and that's how the show began and lasted 245 episodes with over 1 billion people. Because of Germany.
I just want to say, I didn't watch every single episode, but I do have vivid images of Baywatch, classic, Pamela Anderson emerging from the water, David Hasselhoff's amazing save scenes and just his iconic image. And I think we were pretty far into filming. It was towards the end of filming, but I got like on the low a text that he was secretly coming to set. And I've never jumped out of bed so fast. I ran down to set just to see if he was still there. And he was there shirtless with Dwayne, and in all of his glory, he turned around and like locked eyes with me. And I'll never forget that moment of seeing how handsome and tan and awesome he was. And then after that, we shook hands, and I just went into a dream state. It was a dream come true. And he's such a cool guy and so humble, and thanks for coming out and being a part of this, man.
No,
Thank
you're
you
welcome.
so much.
Thank you. First time I saw you, I realized I would never be in that kind of shape ever.
Okay, I think we got only time for 5 more questions. Okay, just to have the time in there. I think the gentleman in the stripes in the first row was next, and then the gentleman in the second row afterwards. Is it just maybe let the ambulance fly by and then. I was talking about the 25 ambulances flying by. Maybe now it's better to understand you. Okay, try again.
Ford from Austria. It's a great pleasure to have you all here. My question goes to you, Dwayne. You play Mitch Buchanan, who was originally played by David Hasselhoff. Did you feel any pressure? Did you get advice for playing that role?
No, I didn't feel any pressure. I was really excited, because it was an opportunity again for us to do something that was big and fun and take a show that was loved around the world and create something cool. So, I talked to David very early, and again, he just shared with me, like, look, I would love the movie to have the same spirit of what the show had, which was big action, heart, and a lot of fun. So, and that's, I think we accomplished that. So, yeah, no pressure.
Okay, and the gentleman in the second row right after was next.
Hey, this is myself from Radio Station Dance Live. Good to see you. Question for Zach. We already talked about your preparation for this role. So what did you drink more? Maybe the swimming lesson, the rescue part, or the mouth-to-mouth part?
Mouth-to-mouth.
Swimming and training, for sure. Bumped out. The
And the mouth-to-mouth part was already good.
I was pretty good with that. Yeah.
A short question to Ilfanesh. Ilfanesh? Oh, it's me again. You play is definitely being kind of the conscience of the team, the lady who keeps like all in together and all in work. That's at least how I would describe her. Looking after the boys, first of all. How would you describe her yourself?
She's definitely one of the more seasoned lifeguards on the beach, and Mitch's right hand. I think he counts on her to kind of, take charge when he's not around, and they have a wonderful partnership. And she's got this really strong sisterhood with the other ladies on the beach, which is representative of the bounds we spoke about women making in Hollywood. They're just a great team, and she's definitely the more zippered up and reserved of the bunch, but it suits who she is, and this kind of comes from a place of responsibility for the job.
And a quick question for Seth. We haven't seen each other because we're separated for 500 yards. Hi, over here.
Seth is fine with that.
Just a short one. How did you balance between like putting the flashbacks in the movie for the old fans and finding new stuff for potential new fans? How did you mix that all together?
Well, I felt like for anyone who knew the show, they knew red swimsuits and slow-mo running and the beach and David and Pamela. And I felt like it was important to get elements of all of that in the movie, but also with a bit of a wink, so we could acknowledge what the past was, but also not take ourselves too seriously. I think it's really important, especially right now, how things are in the world, to be able to just have a laugh, and that I think this film really needed to, set up what the show had done so wonderfully, but then move past it and start a new legend, if you will.
Yeah. We hope so. Few last questions from the floor. The other lifeguard in the back had a question.
Hello, my name is Efron from Berlin. Thank you for being here. My boss told me no stupid questions, Efron. So a question for all of you, and no questions about wrestling. So, but by the way, thank you for WrestleMania 80 against home hockey. My question is: today is very hot, and I like ice. What is your favorite ice on set? Do you like to eat? That's a very stupid question, I know.
Ice?
Ice, yeah, ice cream. Sorry.
Ladies first. So, what's your favorite ice cream?
Mint chip.
Chocolate.
I like Rocky Road. Get it? You guys get it?
Vanilla.
Everybody done with his favorite ice cream?
Cookies and cream. She loves cookies and cream.
Or is still someone missing with his favorite ice cream?
I haven't gone yet. You hear me?
We have not.
Good. I like Alex Kelly Priyanka Elfiness Swirl is one of my favorite flavors.
That's very good. Hey.
Yeah, wait, actually has a
That's why he's the producer.
David, a question for you. Mitch Buchanan has been a huge part of your life. Just over here, end of table. Just right at the end of the table. Over here.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
You again.
Yes, me again. Mitch Buchanan has been a huge part of your life, but then you closed that chapter. How was coming back now, and what kind of advice could you give Dwayne?
I worked out for 6 weeks before I met Dwayne because I knew I'd have to take a picture with him. And you know, I'd met him 10 years ago, so I know he was a cool guy. But he brought his mother on the set to meet me, which really got my attention. I thought that was really cool. You know, Baywatch was 25 years ago. You know, and I've moved on from Baywatch a long time ago, even though I still run in slow motion and still wear the jacket and the rescue can for a commercial here and there. You know, and I knew that, you know, Dwayne said it's not going to be like Baywatch. It's going to be similar to Baywatch, but it's like Seth said. It's we need to laugh at ourselves, and that's what this movie's about. You know, it's funny, and we need that in this world. So I was fine with him playing Mitch, and I was fine with moving on.
You know, guys, weather got its own roots. We have time for one last question, so better make it the best question of the day.
No ice cream.
You got it?
Horrible
Someone
question.
who's not been there, over there, first row. We haven't heard you with questions for. The lady in the first row with the jeans jacket on. Do we have a microphone for her? Over there.
Hey. So you put on so much love in the movie, and I can see that how you talk about it. Does it hurt you that you get such bad critiques?
Well, you know, I thought that, and I can't speak for everybody, but, you know, I felt like I just really had to laugh, right? So when the criticisms came in, you gotta laugh at stuff like that. And I know, and a lot of the critics in the States, and even around the world, here too in Germany, they're all my friends, right? So we're all in the same business. And I had a good laugh about it. And the reason why it didn't concern me is because of our cinema score. And so the cinema score, which we have all around the world, and certainly here in Germany too, when the audiences leave, you know, they give their reaction and they give their own critique. And our cinema score bordered on 90%, a B+. So, you know, we all knew that the fans were walking out happy, and that was really all that mattered. But, you know, believe me, I called a couple of the critics, and we had a good laugh about it, by the way. Because by the way, it's an easy target for a critic, right? So because it's Baywatch, and it's big, it's fun, it's rated R. There's a lot of funny, dirty jokes in the movie, so it's an easy target. And you know, it was their turn to take a crack at it, and there'll be another movie next week and another movie after that. So.
We got horrible reviews on Baywatch, the TV show. Horrible. For 10 years. We lasted 245 episodes. Bad reviews mean people will watch.
That were fantastic final words. We love to have you here today on this longest panel of the year, the hottest panel on a rainy day. thank you very much to the cast and crew of Baywatch movies out from this Thursday on. The European premiere here in Berlin today. Thanks for having you, and give it back again for Hiram Garcia, for John Bass, Efron,